This is the rear suspension and rear differential out of my E-Type Jag. So we talked a while back about the Triumph bobber that we had built, and I was talking about what it's like to get something down to its bare components and its bare pieces, and that emotional feeling that comes every time, which is, it'll never work again. It's pretty normal. I think no matter how many times you've taken something apart, you have to deal with that emotion that, man, I don't remember how this all goes back together and how am I gonna do it? You take your time, be patient, don't get in a hurry at all, and it will go back together. But the reason we're filming right now is because I was having that feeling yet again. The last time I rebuilt this differential in this car was about 18 years ago, and I had to really think about it. Like, when was it that I had last had this thing apart? And the reason I took it apart was because the rear brake calipers that are inboard, right, the rotors are here and the calipers are here, were locked up, which is a pretty common issue. The problem was the stainless steel sleeves that I'd put in the calipers, the brake calipers in the back, were great, but I'd used the standard steel, mild steel pistons inside. And those pistons tend to rust. They're corrosive. Moisture gets into the brake fluid. If you don't know this, brake fluid is a great attractor for moisture. So you really ought to change out brake fluid every few years, specifically for a car like this that just sits, and I'd let it sit all the time. Moisture got into the brake fluid and eventually corroded the pistons. You can see here, I bought these new handy dandy, quite expensive calipers that are stainless body with stainless pistons. It says right there 2 1/8. These are 2 1/8 size pistons, which are normally the front calipers on an E-Type, but I've upgraded the front brakes on my E-Type to Willwood 4-piston aluminum calipers. Therefore, to kind of even things out, you can move the front calipers to the back. Believe it or not, they bolt on to all the factory housing, which is pretty cool. So I'm excited to have 4 new stainless calipers. I took this opportunity to go ahead and change out the ring gear and pinion. This car had a factory 3.54 gear ratio. The European cars, E-Types, when they delivered them, had a 307 rear end gear. The reason they call this car the XKE 150 was because the E-Type would go 150 miles an hour, which was a big damn deal back in the early 60s. For the Americans, they put this 354 rear end gear in it so that it would launch harder, so it would have like essentially better 0 to 60 quarter-mile times, which is cool and all, but this is a car that's made for the highway. It's not made for drag racing. So I prefer, and I've driven the car with the European 308, 307 gear ratio. So we're going back to the 307 gear ratio, even though this is an American car. Anyway, long story short, we're upgrading the ring and pinion. If you guys don't know how ring and pinion works, it's a pretty good idea to see it. Now, this isn't a motorcycle, guys, but it doesn't really matter. If you don't know how a ring and pinion works, it's essentially this, right?
It is called the differential because it can drive the rear wheels at different speeds.
This gear drives that gear. This comes directly out of the prop shaft of the rear of the engine, and this turns a drive that is this, right? And then it goes out towards stub axles, and this is the axles for this particular car. And on the inside, we've got the brakes right here. And then there's a drive shaft, which is down here in the bottom. I'd show you later, but there's a drive shaft, prop shaft with 2 sets of the universal joints that goes out to the wheel. Pretty cool setup. It was really, really cool in the 60s, meaning to have inboard independent rear suspension was a big damn deal. And Jag became legends because of that. The motor, the car, the way it looked and all that, but there was also really, really cool technology involved. And I decided to do another thing. So you can imagine with brake calipers on the inside, underneath all the suspension, it's difficult to bleed all 4 calipers. So I decided I'm gonna buy a kit. This kit these guys made, it's a Goodrich kit that attaches the bleed screws on the calipers and moves out towards the cage of the independent suspension so I can easily bleed the rear brakes. That was worth $100, I'm pretty sure of it. And then of course, you get into all the things like new bearings and new seals, and you gotta shim all this. Everything in this ring and pinion has to align just perfectly or you'll get uneven wear on one of the gears or both. So you gotta change all that because we're upgrading and going to kind of a different style. We've got a new yoke and other things. Anyway, remember that feeling, like it's never gonna go back together. But it will, it'll run again, it'll be fine. We'll show you guys another update of that later. This one's kind of boring, but thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, check the notifications thing. You wanna know when we got another video coming out.
Now's the time of video where most people ask for money or donations or whatever. I'm not gonna ask you for that. What I'm gonna say to you is, if you wanna see more videos and you wanna learn more of what we've learned, and you wanna see a deep dive into a lot of these topics, go to our website and buy something. We sell everything from motorcycle gear, helmets, motorcycle parts, specialized tools. We sell lots of things, and they've all taken us years to figure out what the best stuff is, and we figured it out. So go to revivalcycles.com. There's some really good stuff there. Everything from like kick-ass hand grips from Posh to Radiance LED lighting, and everything in between. We want to teach you what we know, but this stuff takes time and it takes real effort to make these videos and make them good for you guys. So go support us by helping yourself to the cool stuff you already need. And it helps us because we make a little bit of profit and then we can justify doing more videos. Thanks for your support.